Hi everyone, today we are with another chapter from your plus 2 English. As you can see in the board, from the unit 1 chapter number 3, we are just giving only an introduction from this part and will be coming to the chapter also. The name of the story, this is a short story named Matchbox by Asha Purna Devi. She is a Bengali writer, and let's study about her. I hope you understand. We have finished 2 chapters already from the first unit, and one is 3 L's of empowerment and another one is any woman, right? Any woman. And I hope you remember the introductory part for the first unit, all about woman empowerment in our society, in our family, in our country, how we can achieve such a great goal of empowering women in our society. I hope you are also the members of our society, and you will also work for that. You will also try your maximum to get that result in our country and to lead this country to a better place to live for our better place for living for us and for the coming generation also. Hope you do so. So let's go through the chapter and just let's have some introduction about that. Before we start any chapter or any subject, there must be some learning objectives, right? Learning objectives from a chapter. So what are the learning objectives from this chapter, Matchbox? After studying this chapter, what qualities you should acquire, what kind of linguistic elements, what kind of thematic idea you should get from this chapter. We are just moving to that part. First one, see, whenever we do anything, there must be a result. Before we go to any topic or before we go through any business or any other field, whenever we do that, we must have an idea. At least as an introduction or as a preconception, we must have an idea what we should get from this. Maybe after reading that, maybe after doing that, we will get many other more ideas or many other benefits. But before we go into that, when someone asks you, where are you going? So I'm going to Kuttipuram, I'm going to Volunteer, I'm going to Calicut. So why you go there? So I want to purchase something, or I want to visit the beach. Nowadays it's prohibited to go out for a tour or anything else. Still we can dream. Okay, let's wait for the better days. Anyway, whenever you go to Calicut, somebody asks you why you go there, so you must have an answer. But when you go to Calicut and after reach there, you will do many other things also, right? So that's not part of that one. So whenever you study a chapter, you must have an objective in your mind, or you must have a name when you go through that chapter. Same time, after reading the chapter, after reading through the story, after reading or after going through the story, you will get many more other ideas. That doesn't matter. Take and catch all things. So the first thing is know the author. Means you should know the author. And I told it many a time, I repeatedly saying this. When you read a work, when you read a text, you should know about the author and you should understand the ways she writes or the way he writes. Then you will get the idea, complete idea about her work. Okay, and the second thing, and that's also very important theme, whenever we go through any topic, we should know the theme of that chapter, right? What kind of theme we discuss. I mean, this is after reading, and no, before reading we cannot get it, but we should have in our mind, we should get the theme after reading this. Okay, and linguistic elements. As we study English in our chapter, in our plus 2 English textbook, maybe we think, why we study all the stories, all the poems, essays, anecdotes, many other things? Still we are elder students. Maybe you think, so that is the answer. You should improve your language through this textbook and through many other stories, through many other essays and other textbook also you can do it. So enrich your vocabulary. Take whenever I talk with any kind of special pronunciation with any words which you usually mispronounce, that also you can use. Okay, that also you can take from this chapter. Don't forget that. So linguistic element is very important, and the last one is some writing skills. I'll be discussing in the last part of this chapter what are the writing skill that you should acquire from this chapter. We'll be discussing that in the second part of this chapter. Okay, so this is about the introductory part, and first of all we have to know the author Asha Purna Devi, right? So I have already mentioned all these things. Now the author, theme, linguistic elements, and the writing skills. Coming to the know the author Asha Purna Devi, just read it with me, and also it under this board helps us read it together. Asha Purna Devi, 1909-1995, is a prominent means famous, prominent Bengali novelist and a poet, widely honored with a number of prizes and awards. She was awarded the Jnanapith Award and the Padma Shri by the Government of India in 1976, and the degree of Doctor of Literature by the Universities of Jabalpur, Rabindra Bharati, and Burdwan and Jadwapur, right? Jadhavpur, for her contributions as a novelist and a short story writer. The Sahitya Akademi conferred its highest honor, the fellowship, in 1994 to her. Okay, it was given to her. This short story, and this last lines are important. This short story is translated from Bengali by Prasenjit Gupta, a translator and writer. See, understand, just she is a Bengali writer. She got many awards. And honored with Doctor of Literature from different and various universities. So you are lucky, and we are lucky to read her story, Matchbox. Okay, I hope you already know the meaning of Matchbox. Before you go to that, when you read all this part, what you have to remember, just remember the following things when you learn about the author. Okay, the first thing is born. She was born in 1909 and just died in 1995. Is it? Okay, and the second thing, the award she was given, the awards which she was given was Jnanapith Award, and the second thing, the Padma Shri by the Government of India in 1976, and the degree of Doctor of Literature by the Universities of Jabalpur and other universities, Rabindra Bharati, and the third one is Burdwan. These all universities had honored her with Doctor of Literature. So just know about Asha Purna Devi, and if you go for a search in Google, you will get many ideas about her. She is not a normal writer, means she is not like everyone, bit famous and had done a lot for women empowerment, and she has proven herself to be a great woman in the society. That's why you can follow her writings, and she has the right to speak about women empowerment also. Listen, so after remember, and one more university is there, Jadhavpur, I mentioned in the introductory part. And coming to the story, what is the major theme or the main theme we are going to discuss in this story is important. Okay, the first thing, look at the space of woman in the joint family. So understand, this story take place in a joint family. Joint family means there will be many members. So I can talk about it because I am coming from a joint family. So like that, there are many members in my family, and here is also, and approximately you will get the members of the family in between the story, many members. And in a joint family, what is the role of a woman, or what is a space for a woman in a joint family? Maybe they will be neglected, or they are supposed to do every works, every household works, and they are supposed to be wasted or segregated into a part or in corner. And somewhere it's quite different. They are given high honor also in some families. And the second thing is emotional problems of women. and comparing to men. And as per the studies recently, and we heard it also, look, comparatively, a woman is not capable of taking emotions as men. And in case of some conditions or some situations, woman is more capable, or women are more capable. We can see such examples also in the world. I don't deny the fact that there are many capable women in our society, but still, coming to an average section, coming to the point of taking the average, or the more when we take the total society, I feel boys, or the section of male section, they are more capable to bear all the emotions and control the emotions. And I feel it in our class also, when there are some mistakes, or if I scold a girl, she tends to cry very fast. But in case of a boy, he won't mind it even. He will just simply bow his head like, okay. That's what is the difference. So that's also, we are discussing in the chapter the emotional elements of a woman and woman empowerment, totally woman empowerment, and that's a theme of entire unit, and the male domination in the society and in the family. So you can see the correct male domination. Even I didn't mention it, even I don't mention in the chapter about the male domination. You should find it, you should catch it, okay. And the third one is the financial discrimination between men and women in our family. When there is a boy, we give him 10 rupees. If a girl comes, we give him 5 rupees. But it's entirely different. Same in many families, when the girl goes, the father gives her money, like mother gives her money. But same time, this is not about buying a sweet or toffee from outside, or spending money for food or anything else. It's all about the revenue, and about the law of inheritance, and about the money or the income which you earn from the family, and the work you have been doing, and the work and the payment you have been given. That's all discussed here in the chapter. So when you go through all this, you must think about all those 4 factors or the 5 factors which I mentioned, okay. So better, let's go to the story. Matchbox. I hope you know the meaning of the matchbox. Okay, you know it, I know. This is part 1. After introduction, we are just moving to the part 1 also in this video, okay, because it's not I didn't take much time to give you an introduction, okay, by Asha Purna Devi, part 1. So before we start the content of the story, just let me ask you, there are 2 ways of spreading light: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. Women should choose between being a candle or a mirror, and work for their own emancipation as well as for the generations to come. So there are 2 ways of being giving light, or enlighten the society. So which way you select? Torch will be there, light will be there. Another thing is, a candle also can give light. But what is the difference between that? Coming to the life of the people, there are many women, and there are men also. They are just melted. I mean, they have been melted for the society, for the family, for the children. They don't gain anything in their life. Maybe you can think about your parents, especially 10 days or 10 years old, or before many days. Our fathers and mothers, they were working for us, and they gained nothing. In case of maybe in coming generation, for our children, maybe I work for my child or my children, maybe that would happen in coming days and future. But same thing you have to understand, coming to the mothers also, what they gain from the family after doing all the works in our house, in the morning itself, waking up early in the morning and just getting to the bed very late in the night. In between that, she does many works in the house, but what she's been given, she could not gain anything from that work. So it's like being a candle. She gives the lights for the family, but in between that, what happens? See, be the candle or the mirror. But if you are the mirror reflecting that light, you can give the same light, but you won't waste your life. That's also important. Okay. So coming to the story, there are two main characters in the story. One is Namita and second one is Ajit. She is the wife of Ajit, and there are other members, one small member, a cousin, and many. You can listen to many Bengali words when you like kurima. Such words are there. It's Bengali, means like the sister or the wife of husband's brother, husband's and the husband of like your sister in a home. All such relations have different words. Even in our mother tongue also we have different words, like, is it many words are there in our Malayalam also we using in our home? Don't you remember such words for the wife of your brother, for the husband of your sister? Many words are there. Such Bengali words are used because there is a limitation for English to find such words. Okay. And such characters are there, but they are not main. These two people are main character. Ajit is a husband and Namita is a wife, and the entire story is developed through this through these two personalities. So don't forget their names. Okay, Ajit and Namita. And for your public examination also, Namita is an always appearing figure, just writing the character sketch of Namita or Ajit. So don't forget that also. Okay, so you should study about them, understand about them. When you have to write the character sketch of those people, you have to understand that and don't forget. Okay, focus on them. So let's go through the story. Are you ready? Let's go through the story. So we are just going to read the story, and this I can also read with you and understand the meaning. Maybe if there are any complicated area with anything else, I'll be explaining there. Okay, coming to the story. I always compare women to matchboxes. Why? This is Ashapurna Devi. She talks herself. When she starts the story, she talks it. Because of the way matchboxes are, even though they have enough gunpowder to set 100 Lankas aflame, they sit around meek and innocent in the kitchen, in the pantry, in the bedroom, here, there, anywhere. Women too are exactly the same. You want an example? Then look at carefully at that enormous 3-story house in front of us. Look at this word, meek. Meek means innocent, humble and simple. Here you find matchboxes are here set aflame Lankas. See, Lankas, it's a reference from Ramayana. In Ramayana there was a story, some monkeys of Ravana just set fire for a big mountain or a big a jungle. Okay, that's why it's known as Lanka, 100 Lankas. As a country, there in a matchbox there are enough gunpowder to set fire or set aflame a Lanka, but like that are women. So here in this part, one more word I want to give you, that 3-story means three floor house. Pantry means your storeroom. So here Ashapurna Devi wanted to focus on one thing. I would like to compare all women in our country or in our world to matchboxes. What is the similarity or the connection between matchbox and woman, that both of them have enough gunpowder to set aflame even a Lanka or a country, but both of them are they sit around meek. Meek means humble and simple without doing anything, innocent in the kitchen, in the pantry, in the bedroom. So a matchbox even has the capacity to flame a country or a jungle or a jungle, but same time what it does, think it sits in bedroom, pantry and in our kitchen. Like that, woman is sitting in different places or different corners of the home. Even she can set aflame, or she has the power, gunpowder, to set fire or set aflame one country. It means even the matchbox has the capacity to set flame the langas. Here woman have no flame, or she cannot have flame, but in her inner ability, her capacity, that is really different, and she can do much more things in the society, in the family. She can make revolution, and she is able to do that. And history has proven that many women in the world has proven many things. Like you girls are listening to my class, so you must take some advantage of this one, and you can also prove that you are like a matchbox, simply sitting in a kitchen, but you are capable of setting fire or setting aflame a country. So you are also simply sitting in the kitchen, but you are capable of cultivating a big society, making reforms for the society. You are capable of making reformation in the society and reformation for the family. You are capable of studying and scoring maximum scores and maximum marks in your exams, but you are not doing much. So, and Ashapurna Devi, even after comparing both women and matchbox, she asked, do you want an example? Why I tell women are like matchboxes? Do you want an example? Then just look at this three-storied house. Enormous means big and massive one. A big three-storied house is there. Look at that house. So story starts here. This is a spat of story she just introduces. So coming to the house. So whenever you listen to any story, whenever you read any story, use your imaginary capacity and imagine you are now looking to a big home, three-storied one. Three-storied means with 3 floors, and there are many people. And which day is it? This is Sunday morning. The washerman has come and is waiting. Moments before handing over a heap of Ajit's dirty clothes to the washerman, Namita goes through the pockets once last time and discovers the letter, a twisted, crumpled envelope with its mouth torn, and on the envelope Namita's name. So this was a Sunday morning. The story starts in a Sunday morning. What is the speciality of Sunday? Nobody has class. Is it? It's a holiday. According to Christian, it's another holiday. They will go to the church. Is it? Other members, they will enjoy the day. Is it? We'll be going for a film or going for a tour, many things else, journey, picnic, everything. And another thing, every members in the family will be available in the family. It was such a day. So why I focus on the Sunday? Because you should understand, when all the coming things or the following things happen, you should understand all the family members are available there in the family. So a washerman is waiting outside. He just came and he was waiting to get the clothes. So before giving the heap of dress, heap means a bundle or many dress. Before giving a bundle of dress of Ajit, Namita is giving the dress. It's of her husband Ajit. She is just hand-overing the dress to washerman. At that time, she just go through the pocket of Ajit. That's quite happen. Whenever my wife wash my dress, she will go through the pocket, because if I forget any money or any dollar or anything else in my pocket, she would take it. And my wife is innocent, that's why she would give it back. And many other may be taking that. I don't know. Anyway, you people are very innocent and you will do that. Anyway, maybe somebody will take it. Anyway, we don't want to waste it after washing the money in the pocket, or any important papers will be there, any bill will be there, is it? So we miss it all. That's why wives, when they give dress for washing, they check in the pocket. Before they put in the washing machine, they check in the pocket to take the valuable things out. And if there is any material like pen drive or anything else, they would check it, right? Like that, she was also checking in the pocket for the last time. Suddenly, she found a letter from the pocket of her husband. What would be the condition? Suppose if my wife find a letter from my pocket, what would happen? So nothing happened here. She just looked at the top of the letter, to whom this letter was. Unfortunately, the letter was in the name of Namita. On the envelope there was the address of Namita. Means this letter came for Namita, And look at the condition of letter. Twisted, crumpled envelope means, twisted means it was like crumpled and forced to make it in another figure, like if you take a paper and crumpling, okay, and twisting it, and she just has kept in his pocket. Nomida got wondered looking at the letter. This letter came in her address, and look, coming to the next part. A flame goes up top in all Nomida's nerves and veins. Looking to this letter was there for Nomida in Nomida's address, and look at this word. A flame goes up top. Flame goes up top means a sound effect, like she got angry. Not a normal angry. She was in a great angry, but we use this word here as a sound effect of a flame. When a flame come like dop, whoof sound will be there. That's known as a flame goes up dop. Dop means that sound effect. All Nomida's nerves and veins. So there was angry. She was angry all together in the body. Okay, she was angry. She drops the cloth in her hand. So before handing over the cloth, she drops it in her hand and sits on the bed to open the letter. The first thing she looks at is the date. Going by the date, the letter must have come about 3 days earlier. She turns over the envelope and matches the postmark to the date. That too bears the same witness. Look at this word. That too bears the same witness means it also proves that the letter came 3 days ago. So this word is looks beautiful. If you want, you can use also in your exams or other place. Yes, the letter came 3 days ago. Ajit opened it and read it, then crumpled it and twisted it and dropped it into his pocket and left it there. Hasn't felt the need to mention it even once to Nomida. So after getting the letter, she was simply sitting, and the first thing she noted that the date of the letter. So it must have reached here 3 days ago, and she matched the date with the cover and the date postmark, and that also bears the same evidence. This has come 3 days earlier. But then after 3 days ago letter has reached here, but Ajit could not give it to me. He was playing trick. He just read it. He read my letter. She was angry. He read my letter and just crumpled it and twisted it, tear it, and just kept in his pocket. Even he could not feel that he should give it to me, and he has to hand over the letter to me because that letter was in my address. That was the suspicion, and that made Nomida much more angry. Coming to the next part of the story, I don't want to waste much time because you will miss the thread. Okay, understand at least when you get something in your home, for example your ATM card or anything else, it came for you, and somebody has taken that letter and read it, or your book, they kept it, even they had forgotten to hand over it to you. What would be your mental condition? Think about that. The same thing, Nomida. Okay, and I told you, emotionally girls are a bit weak. Don't beat me, don't make any complaint against me. Okay. The flame that had gone up top now burned steadily. Even after listening, first of all she found that letter was in her name. Now she finds it was 3 days earlier it came. So that flame just now firing steadily. Okay, she was a bit angry, like, okay, hissing, sounding its note on each of her mind strings. So in each of her mind strings, she was angry, and there was that hissing sound. Ajit took that letter and he could not read it. He could not give it to me. What a man like. Okay. Because this incident is not a casual oversight. It's a deliberate one. That was her complaint. Nomida says now, even Ajit got this letter. You may think that this is first time. No, maybe you think why this girl is getting that much angry to get a letter from her husband's pocket. It's her own husband. Why he has no any right to take her letter. Maybe you also think the same. But this is not first time. Even Namida has given warning for him. Don't take my letter. After giving all that warnings, this is not a casual oversight. This is what? Deliberate one, and he does it always. That is the point here. Ajit nature is exactly like that. Somehow he has gained possession of the key to the letter box, fishing it through the gaps among the 52 hands of this joint family. And whenever there is a letter with Namida's name on the envelope, he opens and reads it first, and only then does he give it to her. It's possible that oftentimes he doesn't give it to her at all. At least that's a suspicion that has taken deep root in Namida's mind. Ajit nature is like that. Even you can understand from the chapter, from this text, he has possession of the key to the letter box, fishing through the gaps among the 52 hands. 52 hands means how many members will be there? You are very good at math. 26 members. 26 members in the family. So there are 26 members. I told you it's a joint family, 3-storied, massive, big house. Among these 26 members, Ajit only got the possession of, he owns the key, he will have the key, and whenever he will open the letter and give to everyone looking to the address, in between that, if he gets a letter in the name of Namida, he won't even mind to give it to her. That was a problem. He would read it. That's another problem. Why someone has to read others' letter? And this is what he do every time. That's why Namida has a suspicion. Maybe this letter Namida could at least find from his pocket. Maybe there would be many other letters that has missed. Even she could not touch it. Even Ajit has forgotten to give it. Maybe. And he deliberately has done it also. So that's why that suspicion went deep root in Namida's mind. That's why she is much angry. Nowadays you may think that why there is a letter or all those time. It was such a day at those time. You have to think years before. It was the day of letter. Suppose nowadays if you give your mobile phone to someone else for giving, now it's online class time, so you are listening to the class from the mobile phone of your brother or sister, for example, and she has given the mobile phone for you for what? To listen to the class only. But at that time, if you check all the messages of the Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, maybe he got or she got many personal messages to that mobile. If you check it, what happened? Suppose if your brother and sister, when you give him or her a mobile phone for you, for just playing a game, if he checks all the personal messages you got, what would happen? What would be your condition? Same condition, you have to think like it's something personal. There will not be any secret or anything else. Especially you people are very innocent. There will not be any secret for you. Okay. Anyway, when someone opens others' letter, others' inbox, that's a problem. Here, inbox, instead of inbox, there was a letter box at that days or at those days. Okay. So Namida's mind, she is suspicious about this Ajit. Look, even though to this day Ajit cannot truthfully make the claim that he has been able to discover any letter in the slightest degree suspicious. Listen, even after reading all the letter to Namida, Ajit could not find any mistake in Namida. There was no any suspicious, there was no any love letter or any letter from other personalities outside from there, from another boyfriend or anything else, or any cheating. He could not find all these years, he could not find anything bad from my letter. Even after all this, why he repeat? Okay, still this ugly habit of his won't go. Not with Namida's anger, not with her taking offense, not with bitter reproaches, her trying to shame him, sarcasm, not with anything. Listen, after all this, still Namida has tried a lot. Namida has tried a lot to stop him. Even first of all, Namida was angry with him. Don't read my letter. And in this paragraph, Namida says about the ways she had tried to stop Ajit from reading her letter. First thing, she just became angry with him, and she made some offense. Don't do that. And not with bitter reproaches. She was giving a bitter replace or bitter replace. Reproaches means replace and bad comments. Her trying to shame him. At least sometime Namida laughed at Ajit. Why you take my letter? It's very bad. Sarcasm. Sarcasm means irony. Irony means like doing the opposite things. See, here the sarcasm means Namida has tried many things to defend him, to stop him reading her letter, but he didn't stop it. That's sarcasm here. Okay, not with anything. If she mentions it, first, see this here in this paragraph, you can see the idea of any person, a psychological moment. See, if she mentions it, first he tries to laugh at it way, and if laugh doesn't get him out of the deep water, he scolds her. Even in case of here I can see the male domination in a family. In case of a joint family, if the wife or anyone else, the elder or the younger ones make the mistake, what happens? Simply now in this case, first of all, if someone tell us if I made a mistake, I simply smile, laugh at, and just I try to make that I didn't mind it. Even I understand I made mistake, I just pretend that just simply I made it deliberately, or I simply laugh and I just wanted to skip from that. But if that laugh does not work, if that laugh cannot make him out of deep water, see, get him out of deep water means to escape, to get rid of, to skip from that, to escape from that, to escape from a problem. Okay, for example, if principal caught you for a uniform default, then you are just asking other stuff. You have a very soft corner, and you'll ask him, so please, will you please get him out of this deep water? Means, will you please escape me from this problem? Okay, so, and if that love does not work to escape from the problem, what is the second idea of the plan B of Ajit? Scold her. Why that is? I am busy here. Why you are coming after me with a simple letter? So I don't mind it. I have no any time to make trifles with you, or I have no time to chat with you. Leave me alone. I'm busy here. That's another way. Even in the mind, he think that he made mistake. Okay, that is the point here. Even after that, listen. That was the idea of Ajit to escape from all this. But in case, look, coming part, she sits perfectly still for a minute and read the letter through it. I mean, after that, she was thinking about it, and she was sitting simply, and now she, after making all these angry faces and angry moment, now she was trying to read the letter. She just read it. She was sitting and reading, and reads the letter through. It's nothing much, a letter from Namida's mother. That letter, really 3 days ago, that letter was from Namida's mother. It's her standard speech. From this part, look, it's her standard speech. From this part, you can understand that this is words of her mother. Okay, all these are the complaints made by the mother. Listen to that. It's her standard speech. The good woman has once again placed the records of the news of her various hardship and complaints getting worse, misfortune upon misfortune. The ceiling of her room is cracked and the rainwater falls through its ceaseless streams. If this is not immediately remedied, she will have to die crushed under the weight of a collapsed roof. Of course, she does not dread that eventuality. Her daughter is a queen, her son-in-law is high-minded, large-hearted, therefore, etc., etc., etc. Here, even after sitting in the chair, Namida was reading the letter, and she found that letter was from her mother. So, usually her mother writes letters for what? To make complaints. Here you can see many complaints. The first one, yeah, complaints are getting worse. I mean, more than more than before. She made many complaints. The first one, misfortune upon misfortune. And here is a new complaint. See, ceiling of her room is cracked. Mother has a complaint that ceiling of her room is cracked, and if it is not remedied, immediately remedied. Remedy means solution for a problem. So if you cannot repair it very fast, she will have to die crushed under the weight of a collapsed roof. So that will come down and she will die. That was her comment, and that was her complaint. At the last she tells, does not dread. Dread means dare, or she does not fear it, eventuality, because there are reasons. Her daughter is a queen, so her daughter is married to a wealthy family. That's why she could not make anything. She don't have to worry about anything. Her daughter is son-in-law is high-minded, so, and large-hearted. They are very good personalities, great personalities. That's why mother has nothing to fear. They would help her, and her husband, son-in-law will help her. So send her some money. She would asking for money. That was a complaint. Okay, so coming to the next part of the story. From this part onwards, these are the words of Namida, an indigent widow without husband or son. She was successful in consigning her daughter to a wealthy family's house on the strength of looks alone. But the good lady has never stopped taking credit at the slightest opportunity for her skill in the matter, and she's been finding such opportunity all along. Whenever Ajit, see, she was an indigent. Indigent means very poor widow. That letter was from her mother. She was a poor widow. She has no husband, no son, but she was successful consigning, means marrying her daughter to a wealthy family. So understand, Ajit family is comparatively wealthy family, and she was married on the base of look. She was looking very beautiful. That's why she could marry her daughter to that wealthy family. But after marrying, she would take the advantage of that marriage, like asking money from that family, taking many other things from that family. She was taking the advantages of that one also. That's why as her mother has such a character, what happens, whenever Ajit sees a new letter from Namida's mother, he smiles derisively and says, why bother to read that? I will go and fill out a money order for her, money order form. Why it happens? So whenever there is a letter from Namida's mother, Ajit derisively means to embrace or to shame someone. Derisively he talk, laughing at them they talk. Why you read that? I will just go and fill out a money order form, because she needs money. That's why she writes letter. Understand? That was a reaction of Ajit to the letters of Namida's mother. Coming to the part, Namida's head hangs low with the shame and the insult of it. So some time ago, out of anger and grief, Namida forbade her mother from writing to her on postcards. So days ago, as getting ashamed, because after we went to a family, our family members are sending letters and money order and asking for money. It will be shame for us. That's why once Namida wrote to her mom, my mother, please don't send me letters. Don't send me letters. I would, it's a shame for me. So don't write postcards, because on postcards it's visible. Is it visible to write? Whatever has written is visible for everyone, right? So writing to her on postcards, she thought that from then she would try to send her little money, whatever she could up together in secret. So this was what came of letter in envelopes too. So first of all, Namida's mother was writing letter in postcards asking money. That's why Namida told, don't write on postcards, because everybody can see it and what you have written. And try to write in envelope. But After envelope also, Ajit will tear it out and read what happens. The same thing is happening. Even though after that, Nomida thought that she could send some money which she can also earn at that time. After taking some money and just collecting all the money, she can also send to the mother. But mother, as she was sending the money again and again and again. That's what happened in her case. So coming to the part, suddenly Nomida flames up into anger at her mother. Why does she keep on begging like this? Why won't she let Nomida keep her self-respect, her dignity? Now this time she will write and tell her mother, clearly I can't do anymore, don't hope anything from me. Now she became very angry and decided not even to decided to tell her, don't send me letters, I can't do anything for you. That was her final command, and she was thinking like that. Okay, so before that, listen, we'll write. So this is a first part story. Okay, so she told, she is just going to write to her mother, I'm not going to give you any money, don't send me letters, it's quite a shame for me, don't do that. That was her command. So now just think, if Ajit comes to the home, the next part, Ajit is waiting there in the bed, in the bathroom. He would come, then what happened? That is in coming part. So next class we will discuss about it. Now just go through the glossary from this part. Okay, Lankas I was talking. A reference, so matchbox have the gunpowder to set aflame one Lanka, right? A reference to the Ramayana and the story of Rama's army of monkeys who set fire to Ravana's Lanka. Meek means she keep meek and living meek, humble and gentle. Enormous 3-storied house means very large in size. Pantry, so women were supposed to be in pantry store. Okay, twisted and crumpled, forced out of its natural and proper shape, so making it another shape. Tear, tore, torn. Okay, that letter was torn, you found it, that letter was found torn. And reproaches, expresses disapproval, right? Expresses disapproval. Get him out of deep water, I was explaining, get out of the trouble. A flame goes up, top, sound effect. Crack means break, so the roof of her ceiling was cracked. Ceaseless, unstoppable, that there was rainwater was ceaseless. Remedy, solution. Dread, anticipate with fear. She was not dread that eventuality after collapsing her home or anything else, because she has the confidence. Derisive, expressing ridicule, means to ashame someone, to giggle someone, to laugh at someone. Okay, this is about the first part. In the second part we'll be discussing another things. Okay, I don't want to waste your time, much more time. Okay, wait up to that. Let's see in the next part. Thank you.